a phrase that may seem like it comes from an old world, but its wisdom is timeless. Fast women and slow horses will ruin your life. This saying serves as a stark reminder of the dangers that temptations and poor decisions pose to our well-being. It highlights the importance of maintaining discipline, making thoughtful choices, and understanding the long-term consequences of our actions. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, this advice is more relevant than ever. Let's break down what this phrase truly means. Fast women is a metaphor for the kind of instant gratification that often leads us astray. It represents the allure of short-term pleasures, whether it's indulgence in unhealthy relationships, reckless behavior, or any other form of instant pleasure that can quickly turn destructive. These are the things that catch our attention because they seem exciting or provide a quick thrill. However, the problem with these fleeting pleasures is that they often come with hidden costs that aren't immediately apparent but become painfully obvious as time passes. On the other hand, slow horses refer to the gradual, often unnoticed decline that comes from bad habits and poor choices. This could be anything from gambling, substance abuse, or even laziness and procrastination. These slow horses don't destroy your life all at once. Instead, they chip away at your potential, your happiness, and your future bit by bit. At first, the damage might seem minor or even non-existent, but over time, these small choices accumulate into significant problems that are difficult, if not impossible, to reverse. The dangers of succumbing to these temptations are manifold. They can lead you down a path of self-destruction, where you lose sight of your goals, your values, and ultimately your sense of self. It's easy to be tempted by what feels good in the moment, but true wisdom lies in the ability to look beyond the present and see the long-term effects of your choices. One of the key issues with falling prey to these temptations is that they often lead to a cycle of self-sabotage. For example, someone who indulges in the allure of fast women, whether that represents unhealthy relationships, fleeting romances, or superficial connections, may find themselves in a never-ending loop of dissatisfaction. They chase after excitement, but what they're really seeking, fulfillment, love, and genuine connection, remains elusive. This can lead to feelings of emptiness, loneliness, and eventually regret. Similarly, slow horses like gambling, substance abuse, or even consistently putting off responsibilities can gradually erode your life. These choices may seem harmless at first. You might think, what's the harm in a little fun? Or, I can always get back on track later. But the reality is that these slow horses take you down a path where the stakes get higher and the consequences become more severe. Before you know it, you're in a situation where it feels impossible to regain control. The impact of these choices isn't just personal, it can affect those around you as well. Your family, friends, and even your community can suffer as a result of your actions. The ripple effects of poor decisions can spread far and wide, creating a legacy of pain and regret that goes beyond just you. So, how do we avoid falling into these traps? How do we resist the allure of fast women and slow horses and live a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful? The first step is awareness. You must recognize that these temptations exist and understand their potential to derail your life. It's easy to dismiss them as harmless or think that you're immune to their effects, but the truth is, we're all vulnerable. Awareness is about being honest with yourself about your weaknesses and the things that might lead you astray. Once you have this awareness, the next step is to cultivate discipline. Discipline is the ability to make the right choices, even when they're difficult. It's the strength to say no to short-term pleasures that conflict with your long-term goals. Discipline isn't about living a joyless life. It's about prioritizing the things that truly matter and making decisions that align with your values and aspirations. Building discipline requires practice and commitment. Start by setting clear goals for yourself. What do you want to achieve in your life? What kind of person do you want to become? Once you have a vision of your ideal self, use that as a guide for your daily decisions. When you're faced with a temptation, ask yourself, does this align with who I want to be? If the answer is no, then you know what you need to do.